Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about one of World War II's most iconic generals. General George S. Patton, a legend forged in steel, made a tank choice that baffles historians to this day. Was it pure tactical genius, or was it a secret agenda that reshaped the war itself? Patton's armored divisions sliced through enemy lines with unprecedented speed and ferocity. Yet, the tank he championed, the M4 Sherman, is often derided as inferior to its German counterparts. This disparity fuels one of the greatest military mysteries of the 20th century. Could it be that Patton, a master of deception and psychological warfare, had a deeper reason for his steadfast reliance on the Sherman? What if his seemingly conventional choice masked a revolutionary doctrine? We are about to uncover the shocking truth. The European theater was a brutal testing ground for armored warfare. Allied forces faced formidable German panzers, particularly the Panther and the Tiger. These German machines boasted thicker armor and more powerful guns than the standard M4 Sherman. On paper, the Sherman was often outclassed, leading to its infamous nickname Ronson, because it lit up on the first strike. Allied tank crews paid a heavy price against the superior German heavy tanks. This stark reality begs the question, why did Patton, a man who demanded excellence, stick with the Sherman? Conventional wisdom suggests logistical constraints and production limitations dictated tank supply. While undeniably true, this explanation alone fails to satisfy the full scope of Patton's strategic mind. There had to be more to his decision. General Patton was a whirlwind of aggression, speed, and audacity. He believed in relentless pursuit and never giving the enemy a moment's rest. His philosophy was less about brute force and more about overwhelming tempo. For Patton, the tank was not merely a weapon, it was a psychological tool. It was the spearhead of a lightning-fast advance designed to demoralize and disorganize the enemy. Speed and reliability were paramount to his doctrine. He understood that a tank's effectiveness was not solely dependent on its armor thickness or gun caliber. It was also about its numbers, its maneuverability, and its ability to keep moving forward. Patton's priorities were deeply rooted in his aggressive strategic vision. The M4 Sherman, despite its perceived weaknesses, possessed several crucial advantages. It was relatively fast, highly reliable, and mechanically simple, making it easy to maintain in the field. These characteristics were essential for Patton's rapid advances. Moreover, the Sherman was produced in massive numbers, allowing for overwhelming numerical superiority. If one tank was knocked out, another could quickly take its place. This sheer volume was a strategic weapon in itself. The Sherman also featured a stable gun platform and a fast turret traverse. These attributes allowed for quick target acquisition and rapid engagement, crucial during fast-moving offensive operations. Its versatility was often overlooked. The narrative of German tank invincibility often overshadows the realities of combat. While Panther and Tiger tanks were impressive machines, they were complex, prone to mechanical breakdowns, and difficult to repair. Their limited numbers also restricted their overall impact. German logistics struggled to keep these heavy tanks fueled and supplied with ammunition. Patton understood that a broken-down tank, no matter how powerful, was useless. Reliability on the move was his ultimate weapon. His strategy wasn't to engage in one-on-one tank duels, but to bypass strong points and exploit weaknesses. He aimed to disrupt enemy command and control, collapsing their defenses from within. This required an entirely different kind of tank. Developing and producing heavy tanks like the Panther or Tiger was incredibly resource-intensive. They consumed vast amounts of materials, manufacturing capacity, and fuel. These were resources the Allies could not afford to divert from their existing production lines. The logistical tail required to support these behemoths was enormous. Moving them across battlefields, supplying them with spare parts, and repairing them was a constant challenge. Patton prioritized operational efficiency above all else. He recognized that overwhelming the enemy with continuous pressure and massed formations was more effective than relying on a few invincible machines. His approach was about the combined arms team, not just the tank itself. The Sherman fit perfectly into this integrated strategy. Patton was a master of psychological warfare, both against his enemies and within his own ranks. He instilled an aggressive, winning mentality in his soldiers, convincing them they were unstoppable. His tank choice played a subtle but vital role in this. By deploying thousands of Shermans, he created an image of overwhelming power and relentless advance. The sheer sight of endless tank columns breaking through defenses demoralized the German forces. It was a psychological hammer blow. He believed that even if a Sherman was technically outmatched, the aggressive spirit of its crew and the momentum of the charge could overcome any deficiency. The morale of his men was a weapon as potent as any cannon. This was the deeper truth behind his conviction. Patton's tank crews were arguably the best trained in the Allied forces. They were drilled relentlessly in rapid maneuvers, combined arms tactics, and aggressive engagement. Their training was specifically designed to maximize the Sherman's strengths. They learned to use their speed to outflank heavier German tanks, targeting their weaker side and rear armor. They employed wolf-pack tactics, overwhelming single German tanks with multiple Shermans. This tactical ingenuity turned a perceived weakness into an advantage. This emphasis on superior training and innovative tactics highlights Patton's strategic brilliance. He didn't just accept the Sherman, he engineered an entire combat doctrine around its capabilities. This was a sophisticated approach often misunderstood by critics. Patton understood the critical role of air superiority in modern warfare. Allied fighter bombers provided invaluable close air support, acting as flying artillery for his ground forces. This significantly mitigated the Sherman's vulnerabilities. These aircraft could engage and destroy German tanks and anti-tank positions, clearing the way for armored advances. The coordination between ground and air forces was a hallmark of Patton's campaigns. It was a true, combined arms effort. Therefore, judging the Sherman in isolation ignores a crucial piece of the strategic puzzle. It was part of a larger, integrated warfighting system designed to achieve rapid breakthroughs and decisive victories. This synergy was often overlooked. The M4 Sherman, under Patton's command, became a symbol of Allied power and perseverance. It was the workhorse that carried the fight across France and into Germany, often facing overwhelming odds with courage and adaptability. Its legacy is undeniable. While often overshadowed by the myth of German tank supremacy, the Sherman proved its worth through sheer numbers, reliability, and the tactical brilliance of commanders like Patton. Its impact on the war was profound and decisive. Patton's unwavering belief in the Sherman was not a blind spot, but a calculated decision rooted in his understanding of combined arms warfare, logistics, and the psychology of combat. This was the shocking truth hidden in plain sight. Patton's choice of the M4 Sherman was a testament to his belief in operational agility and strategic momentum over individual tank power. He grasped that the true measure of a tank was its contribution to the overall campaign's success. He didn't just fight, he orchestrated victory. He understood that overwhelming numbers, rapid mobility, and robust logistical support were more critical than individual tank specifications. His focus was always on the grand strategic picture, not just the immediate tactical engagement. This was his genius. The shocking truth is that Patton didn't choose the Sherman despite its perceived flaws. He chose it because its attributes aligned perfectly with his aggressive, breakthrough doctrine. He maximized its strengths to achieve unparalleled success. He saw what others couldn't: General Patton's legacy is often debated, but his impact on World War II is undeniable. His preference for the Sherman was not a mistake or a limitation. It was a deliberate, calculated decision of a military visionary. He transformed a perceived weakness into a powerful asset. He understood that war is a complex interplay of technology, logistics, training, and human will. The Sherman, in his hands, became the ideal tool for his brand of lightning warfare. This was the unconventional wisdom that fueled his victories. So the next time you hear about the M4 Sherman, remember that it was the preferred weapon of one of history's most aggressive and successful generals. Patton's choice was a secret weapon, not because it was superior, but because he understood how to truly unleash its full potential. Patton's tank choice offers a valuable lesson extending far beyond military history. It teaches us that true leadership lies in understanding resources, adapting strategies, and maximizing the potential of what you have. He never waited for the perfect tool. He proved that sometimes the most effective solution isn't the most technologically advanced, but the most versatile, reliable, and abundant. It's about how you deploy and utilize your assets, not just their individual specifications. This is a powerful insight. The untold story of Patton's tank choice reveals a deeper understanding of warfare, leadership, and the critical importance of doctrine. It challenges us to look beyond the obvious and uncover the true reasons behind history's most pivotal decisions. Do you think Patton made the right call, or did his ego get in the way of American innovation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Ancient Historian for more interesting videos.